Hey y'all, it's Cola. So it's a couple things I want to talk about, and I decided to do it this morning because it's on my mind, it's on my heart. It's been on my heart for a couple days. Okay, so the fact that we have to have an organization, and I say have to because right now in the state of this world, Black Lives Matter movement is a necessity because it helps us to provide information to other races in regards to why we are being treated the way that we are. Not just that it's been going on so long that everybody just seems to feel like it's okay, or this is just the way to think. Because I get a lot of people, and I'll be honest with you, that are like, well, I never seen a problem. I don't see the problem. I never seen a problem because you don't live the problem. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to place blame. Right now we're looking for solutions. We're looking for, a way to move forward, a plan of action. Okay, so like I said, the fact that we even have the movement, it hurts my heart because we shouldn't have to tell people that people matter. If you feel like you matter within your life, you should respect another life as well, because do unto others as you want done unto yourself, right? Anyways, that's my stance on the Black Lives Matter. I'm not staying on that too long just because I feel like I do not have to reiterate to a bunch of adults who are raising a bunch of young adults to be adults one day that other lives matter besides their. So what I'm getting at is by March of this year, we had already been exposed to what possible World War III. The government is corrupt. We know that. We see that. It's not a mystery anymore. We have been exposed to a civil rights movement in 2020. It's these tower moments. Y'all know I talk about tower moments all the time. Tower moment is what? Say it with me. A significant event in your life that leads to change. So the reason why we've had all of these events in the world in the year of 2020 is because as a human race, there are changes that need to happen. Okay? We need to make adjustments. I noticed in regards to the first world event that we had that required everyone to be on alert and become in a stance of protecting themselves was COVID-19. Now, I ain't gonna never forgive y'all for how y'all acted when this shit came out. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? I'm not gonna forgive y'all for that shit. Y'all acted a plumb fucking fool, okay? Things that should have been common sense slip your fucking mind. It's like fight or flight. You said you flatlined. All right, so one thing that I noticed that was not talked about a lot was how much control the government and the people that are above us, the 1%, had in regards to our well-being. All of a sudden, we limited on what we can do, how we can do. We even limited on what we can buy. All of a sudden, you can't go to work. So you can't go to work, and you've based your whole life on your career and being able to make money to provide for your family. Now you can't go to work. Now you got to rely on who? The government to give you a little bit of money to be able to take care of your kids, to be able to take care of yourself so that you can survive. When in fact, God gave you everything on earth as a human being to survive. You don't need nothing. You don't need nobody. What I feel like a lot of people need to realize, we've placed so much value on a piece of paper, a human dollar, that once we are taken away from a position that is given to us, we are now at the throes of someone more powerful. I don't know about you, and maybe it's just like me as a Black woman on earth. Nobody gonna have that much power over me to where I'm unable to provide the way I need to provide for my family. So I feel like for a lot of people, that should have been a wake-up call. You feel me? A lot of people were really going through some shit like, man, I can't work. When we gonna go back to work? Fuck it, I'll work through the virus. Da, 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 da. It's people that had essential jobs during this virus when it was at its peak, that every day was getting up going to work because guess what? I need this money. But I feel like that mentality needs to go away because no, the fuck you don't. Listen, man, that dollar is a piece of fucking paper. You feel what I'm trying to say? You can take another piece of paper, transform that motherfucker to give you what it is that you need. You feel what I'm trying to say? We've gotten so lost in the mindset of, I gotta have this, I gotta have this, I gotta have this, of having the convenience of being able to take a piece of paper, go to the store and buy what in essence you can create for yourself. And if you can't create it for yourself, guess what we need to do as a human race to help us to evolve, to not be in the lower percentage of those that are in control. Take control of your own motherfucking life. You can't, let's say for instance, you want a new outfit Instead of going to Walmart, instead of going to JCPenney, I don't even know if they still open. I don't shop there no more. But anyway, instead of going to JCPenney, instead of buying off of Amazon, find someone in your local area that makes fucking dresses. Support their business. Yeah, man, support the people around you. You feel me? It's seamstress in your area right motherfucking now. Get on Facebook. Go to the marketplace. I'm looking for a seamstress. I want a hot-ass outfit for my birthday. I want a hot-ass outfit for this date, my date this weekend. I bet you it's a bitchinetta either. If she don't make the clothes, baby, she sell the clothes. You hear what I'm trying to tell you? You want food, okay? We got farmers. We have farmers. We have people that grow their own resources. You don't have to go to the grocery store. You don't have to go to big business. You can go to people in your market or go to your local grocery store. You feel me? Stop feeding big. You got to understand the way that it's been set up for us right now in the world, the power is in the money. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? Now the money is a piece of paper. Because we make it worthy, that's why they have the power. If you take away this, and the only reason why I'm saying take away this, because you know how I told you can go into your marketplace, or you can go into your local neighborhood and find a seamstress. You got to give too. You feel me? Say, for instance, you good at doing hair. Okay, you bomb. You slay motherfucking hair. You feel me? Okay. That's dress that you want for this weekend, or that outfit that you want, that person that's doing that outfit or that's fixing up those clothes or steaming those clothes, guess what? She need her hair done too. You need a dress, she need her hair done. Instead of focusing on, well, I charge $35 and I charge $45 and you're going to give me my money and I'm going to give you your money. No, you got to trade. You got something that I want and I got something that you want. So let's make a trade. We don't have to use this. A good friend of mine told me one time, even swap, no swindle. So when you go to the store and say you go to the dollar store and you pick out a drink, that drink $1. You go to the cashier, give the cashier $1. You just exchanged a piece of paper for something that you wanted. So what is the difference from exchanging a gift that you have? I don't give a fuck what your gift is. It can be singing a song. You know, you might be like, I'm a singer. You want me to sing your song? You got an event you want me to sing at because you have something that I need. You feel me? Let's make an even exchange. Let me give you something you want so that you can gain something, so that I can gain something that I want. Even swap, no swindle. We've exchanged energy. We've exchanged something. That's all currency is. So we done talking about how worthless money is and how worthy you are. Okay. So now we're going to talk about knowledge, education. I feel like that has been a flaw in the United States forever, since the foundation. Basically because most of the history that we've learned is false history. It's written in the eyes of the oppressor. With that being said, learn everything that you need to know. Instead of opposing something because you don't understand it, learn. Gain your own perspective from it. Become aware of things from your perspective. Like, just don't take everything that people tell you. If you read something, take what you read. If it interests you, go look it up and see if what you read, matches the facts that you saw. If it does, perfect. If it doesn't, if you see it another way, speak on it. Learn it, share it. We've come long enough in history to understand that knowledge is power. The only reason why I stress research, knowledge, like education, because you have to know where you've been to know where you're going. Like, you have to know what has happened in your past so that you don't repeat the same cycles and mistakes. You understand what I'm trying to say? You have to learn the truth of what was so that we can make adjustments to create something new. You know why it's been so hard to change racism, to change oppression of the brown people in the world? It's because people are ignoring the true history of what happened. We're sugarcoating what was and allowing it to continue because nobody is really seeing the bitter ass truth. So y'all know I talk about all the time, like facing the pain, facing the music, facing what you need to face so that you can heal. I mean, that's what's going on in the world. And that's not just in America. This is in the world. You feel me? We got a wound. We got a sore spot in the world. In the human race, something that really, it brings about guilt in one race and triggers pain in another race. But we got this wound that needs to heal. And I don't know if you know anything about wounds, but if you have a wound on your body, say for instance, I get cut on my shoulder right here. Instead of bandaging that wound and trying to keep it covered because we feel like we're protecting it, the best way to heal that wound is to expose it. To let it breathe, to let the wound show so that it can heal naturally. don't know if you know that, but that's the best way to heal a wound, is to let it heal naturally. Now, some wounds can't be healed. So, no more sugarcoating. No more excuses. We know the fucking truth. We know. We been knew the truth. You feel what I'm trying to say? We been knew the truth. I know. I'm 35 years old. I've known my whole fucking life to be careful when you're in the presence of certain people. Okay? It's not a surprise to me. It's heartbreaking that we are still having to have these discussions, but it's not a surprise to me. So no more excuses. No more sugarcoating. We know, okay? We know the best thing to do forward is to make the adjustments necessary to heal us so that we can move forward stronger, better. You feel me? More self-reliant. And I feel like that's the key. The whole reason for me doing this was because that was the key for me. We need to become more self-reliant as a human race. Once you give a man power over you, he becomes your God. So essentially what we've done is we've given a system power over us, giving it complete and total control over our beliefs, our resources, our abundance, our happiness. We've created false gods within our life by putting our faith into something that wasn't meant for us. It wasn't built for us. It wasn't built for us to become self-sufficient. It was built for us to become codependent. So there's definitely time for change. And I feel like with the current events that have happened within the world, this is a wake-up call that I feel like every person in the world needs to acknowledge. It's time for us to become self-sufficient. It's time for us to become, the master of our own destiny. It's time for us to manage our own resources, create our own wealth. It's time for a change, man. We got to take back control of our own lives. Period.